Hey guys, welcome back. Mr. B XRP here. Before we get started, let's do a quick market update. The truth is I really don't like to look at the price day to day, but I think it's going to be really funny someday to come back and listen to these videos and hear the crazy low prices of these assets, especially for XRP. So here we go. BTC is at 7,158, Litecoin's at 142, and XRP is at 21.5 cents. They're all slightly up in the last 24 hours, but nothing much going on there. It's nothing exciting. In today's news, I saw a couple of things. One was I saw a tweet from Bank XRP, and if you're not following Bank XRP, you should be on Twitter at Bank XRP. It was a CoinDesk article about R3, and it's really short, so I'm going to share this little article with you. It's just a couple paragraphs. Hang in there with me. R3 has closed what it's calling the largest open account trade finance trial ever conducted on its Corda platform. This trial included more than 70 organizations from more than 25 countries. Upwards to 340 participants of those organizations were involved and came out from sectors like finance services, information technology, telecommunications, logistics, and maritime industry, real estate, hospitality, and the automotive industry. The trial tested working capital applications developed by TradeIX and focused on the receivable finance product of Marco Polo's platform. TradeIX announced Thursday accounts receivable financing, also called factoring, is where a business sells account receivables to a third party at a discount in return for immediate cash payment. The aim of the product is to increase connectivity to efficiency while decreasing onboard costs. Marco Polo claims that more than 700 funding requests were completed in the trial, and user training only required a day of participants' time on average. Founded by blockchain companies R3 and TradeIX, Marco Polo aims to create real-time settlements and transparency in trading relationships. In September, Bank of America, MasterCard, the automaker Daimler joined the network. It executed its first Russia to Germany transactions in October. In November, Bank of New York Mellon became the 28th largest bank to the 28th bank to join the network because of how R3's platform is tailored for open account financing. The bank's global head of trade financing, June Kim, said, "In open accounts transactions, the goods are shipped and delivered before payments is due with a letter of credit financing. The bank guarantees a buyer's payment ahead of time." Banks involved in this month's trial included Dutch bank ABN, AMRO, Mexican bank Bante, Boston-based Citizen Bank, Frankfurt Bank, Cosmer Bank, Hong Kong-based Bank of East Asia, and Saudi British Bank. Other corporations involved were BMW, Saudi Arabia-based International Islamic Trade Finance Corporation, Financial Services Institute, Sud Factoring, subsidiary German bank, and Tokyo-based trading company Sumitomo Corporation, SBI Holdings, investment arm of Japan's financial giant SBI Group, and R3 Corda Japanese venture SBI R3 Japan. So here's the deal. All that. Keep in mind that R3 is to XRP what Ripple is to XRP. They too are building networks for their customers to use XRP. Not exclusively, they don't have to use XRP, but they're building networks that their customers can use XRP. And just so everybody knows, R3 is a major bag holder of XRP. It was part of their deal with Ripple. We don't know the exact deal, but they are a large bag holder of XRP, so they have a lot of incentive to have people using XRP. I look forward to a future where there's 25 companies like Ripple and R3 building on networks that use XRP. Also, I've been hearing a lot about today about how many Ripple employees there are. So I jumped back in the Wayback Machine on the internet, and it looked like back in November of 2018, on Wikipedia, there was a 2016 post. As of 2016, there were 150 employees that worked for Ripple. I will tell you that today on LinkedIn, Ripple shows 536 employees. So that's a huge amount of growth. So I think the LinkedIn number is probably the most accurate one out there. So if anybody's looking for accuracy, I think that's probably the best place to go. I also saw a tweet by a gentleman named Michael who goes by at VAL5LINZ on Twitter, and he said the following: the fundamentals are awesome. The liquidity reached 1,261,268 on December 15th. The Mexican cryptocurrency exchange Bitso showed a liquidity index of 9.7 million. This is in reference to a story about liquidity being on the rise, which we've been seeing every day. But I will tell you this, it's my belief that these remittance companies are just priming the pump and lubricating the corridors for when the banks come off the benches. The amount of money the banks will be running through these corridors will dwarf the money the remittance companies are doing. I also saw a tweet by Galgatron, and I may not agree with Galgatron all the time, but I can surely say that he nailed it on this one. Galgatron simply said, "Do not believe the price." I agree with him 100%, and I think people may make the wrong assumption correlating the current price of XRP with the future value. I can tell you that. So there's also still a lot of negative sentiment out in the XRP community, and a lot of people are kind of down on XRP and wondering if it's a loser. Well, let me tell you something about losers and people who become winners. Here's a story about a guy who specialized in being a loser. And let me tell you let me tell you a quick little part of this. In 1816, his family was forced out of their home. He had to work to support them. In 1818, his mother died. In 1831, he failed in business. In 1832, he ran for state legislature and lost. In 1832, also lost his job, wanted to go to law school, but couldn't get in. In 1833, he borrowed some money from a friend to begin a business, and by the end of the year, he was bankrupt. He spent the next 17 years of his life paying off his debt. In 1934, he ran for state legislature again and won. In 1835, he was engaged to be married, and his sweetheart died, and his heart was broken. In 1836, he had a nervous breakdown and was in bed for 6 months. In 1838, he sought to become Speaker of the state legislature and was defeated. In 1840, he sought to become elector and was defeated. In 1843, he ran for Congress and lost. In 1846, he ran for Congress again, and this time he won, went to Washington, and did a good job. In 1848, he ran for re-election at Congress and lost again. In 1849, he sought the job of land officer in his home state and was rejected. In 1854, he ran for the Senate of the United States, and he lost. In 1856, he sought the vice president nomination at his party's national convention, and he got less than 100 votes. In 1858, he ran for U.S. Senate again. Again, he lost. In 1860, Abraham Lincoln was elected the 16th president of the United States, and he could go down as probably one of the greatest examples of persistence in American history. Here's the truth, folks. The crypto market, the whales, and the universe don't care how long you've been holding your XRP and other digital assets. Whether you've been holding for 6 months, a year, 2 years, 4 years, it doesn't matter. You're still early, and early hurts. But when things work out, and if things work out, you may make a lot of money, and you may make a profit on your investment. 99% of the world's population still doesn't even know about XRP and what Ripple is building. So you're going to have to take the pain if you ever want to see the gain. So today my question of the day is, how long have you been holding your XRP, and how long will you actually hold it? So in the comments below, please give me your answers if you'd like to. Also, if you're interested in additional content about digital assets and digital asset discussion, please check out our Patreon members group listed in the description of this video. We have literally grew the group to it'll be 400 members today in our first 7 days. And it's a group of people with a lot of awesome discussion going on, and frankly, it's a lot of fun. It's just $3.99 for the first 500 members, so there's still time to get in. Also, we've decided to offer to all of our members all of our videos to be available ad-free, so no ads for members. Please check it out if you'd like to. Remember, guys, a negative mind will never produce a positive life. I am not a financial advisor. I'm not an accountant. I'm not a crypto expert. I'm not a laundromat owner. These are my opinions only. Do not make any financial decisions based on anything I say. This video is intended for entertainment purposes only. Please like, subscribe, and hit the notification button, and share with anybody you think who might do the same. I thank you very much, and have a fantastic day.